Thank you very much, Olivier, for that fantastic speech. We started a little late, so we've got about 10 minutes, I think, now for Q&A. So if I could ask you to actually go up to the microphone. There's a microphone over there and a microphone over there. If you want to go and queue up behind the microphone, if you could try and keep your questions relatively short so that we have time for many speakers to have their say. So please, the gentleman over there.
Right, thank you very much, Mr. I'm Arthur Amelot. I'm a French master's student and Arctic enthusiast here. Hi.
Sorry.
I'm not sure if you are allowed to give us some insight on the Arctic policy, though, because you haven't presented it yet to the President Emmanuel Macron. But what is the economic part of your inside your policy, considering that France has two big enterprises operating in the Arctic right now in Yamal LNG2 project, Vinci and Total, namely? Thank you very much.
Thank you. You are right, it's a bit early because I have to wait months before I finish my work, but economy is part of our national strategy. So in fact, we expect all stakeholders, being French or foreign companies, alike to abide our consideration, our global goals, which I presented to you, especially regarding sustainable development. That implies taking into account consideration economic viability, that's clearly, together with environmental safeguards and human development. And this applies to everybody and to Total as well. Total, which develop, as you know, important programs with the Russian government and Novatech, but it's not an exception in this frame of our new policy.
There's another question over there, I think.
Thank you. Je veux vous remercier pour votre discours. I'm Ed Jones. I'm from the Arctic.circle Secretariat, but I'm asking this in a personal capacity. You say that French Arctic policy is based on science, but is this not more of an increasingly difficult thing to accomplish in a kind of warming and changing Arctic?
It is, but somebody in France say that Arctic is a new, how can you say, kind of dangerous place or conflictual place on Earth because of climate change, because of the perspective of these new roads. I don't see like that. You know, there are some more complex places in the world, Mediterranean, South China Sea, and so. So I don't see this climate change as an opportunity. I don't see as a danger. I see as a reality, and we have to face that. We have to document it. So it's why science is so important. We know, but we should know more, in fact, about climate change. There are things we don't know. If I'm speaking with my colleagues, scientists, and so it's why we will focus on that. Not to be too optimist or to be too much pessimist, you know. Arctic is not a far west place, yeah? That's a normal place where people live, and I'm sure in 20 years or 30 years that will be a quite peaceful place. Every member of the Arctic Council are very concerned by that. As observer also we are, in fact.
We'll take three more. So the first over there, and then there's two more over there. Please.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Ambassador. My name is Stefán Jón Hafstein. I'm at the Ministry for Foreign Affairs in Reykjavik, and I'm a special envoy to the ocean for the ministry. And I hope to follow up with you later on.
With pleasure.
I've noticed there's great interest now by France in not only in the Arctic Circle, but in the matters of the ocean in general. We are having a conference, I believe, next month, the Nordics and France in Paris. Yeah. There will be I hope, a One Ocean conference hosted by Macron early next year. I think that's still on. And I've noticed also that through the Blue Food Alliance, which we founded after the Food System Summit in New York 4 weeks ago or so, that France has also shown interest in participating, and I would like to, as a chairman, invite France to join formally very soon or take part in the preparation for this alliance. But my question to France and you speaking on behalf of France today, is what is the driver of this very expanded profile of France in matters related to the Arctic and the oceans in general, acknowledging, of course, the huge economic ocean zone France has in the Pacific and elsewhere, but also, so what is the main driver? You said science, 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 but there must be some political reason for this. Thank you very much.
You're a diplomat, no? I'm as well. Yes, there is a very deep political sense, because the ocean is a main issue, which is really, it's not considered at the right place. And for us, ocean means a lot. We are quite small country, 500,000 kilometers, and we have the second most important exclusive economic zone, which means we have something like 11 million kilometers of sea. So we are really 20 bigger on seas than on land. So we had to remind that, and thanks to Mr. Macron and perhaps also to the creation of a new ministry for the sea, which just happened a few months ago. Then a portfolio which was not only based on polar issues, but also maritime issues, because I do think, and you know that better than me, living in the Arctic, that ocean and poles are the same story we have to work on, especially in Arctic, but also in Antarctica. We are not going to speak about Antarctica, but there are major issues now on Antarctica, especially to convince our Russian and Chinese friends that having marine protected area is not a bad process, but it's very important in Antarctica. And we are fighting with you, we are fighting with some of you, the Swedish, the Norway as well, and with John Kerry as well, to obtain this two marine protected area. So ocean is a major issue for us, because we have this huge exclusive economic zone, because also we have also a navy, my dear. There's not only the Royal Navy, but there is the National Navy. Because we have also some economic interest, sometimes complex, submarine, UK, America, Australia.
I'm European.
You are European, absolutely. You are European. And because of the scientific commitment we have with l'Ifremer, which is probably you know, and also because of the Paris Agreement in 2015, which changed a lot, in fact, for us, the consciousness of climate change, in fact. So as a global issue, ocean for us is important, and it's why Mr. Macron decided with Mr. Guterres to organize in France. It will be in Brest, western part of France, my country, One Ocean Summit, based on the idea of the ocean as a common good. As it could be there could be a discussion about poles as a common good, but ocean clearly as a common good. As we are working, all of us, on the BBNG negotiation, which is way too long, it's too much long. He had to start, I think, a year and a half, and there'll be a next meeting in New York in March, and they already said that will be another one. So we want to accelerate the international agenda on ocean biodiversity and climate. That would be three of major issues for the summit: a treaty against plastic pollution, a resolution on green shipping, and something about governments, BBNG process, and also about knowledge. So we deeply care about ocean, and that's a way for us also to be so much involved in polar issues, because when you speak about Antarctica and about Arctic, you speak about climate change, you speak about the level of the sea, you speak about ocean, and all this ecosystem which are really in danger now.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time. It would be great to continue talking, but we can continue talking afterwards, I hope. And thanks very much indeed, Olivier, for...
Pleasure, and thank you for he has working a lot. Yeah. He has some rest because he spent 3 years in Iceland, so So he decided to have to write this new US strategy, which is very important, and I deeply appreciate what you have done. And even if sometimes it provokes debates, and there are some questions coming from Alaska, which I perfectly understand, but it's the democracy as you like, President.
Now we have to implement it. So.
Yeah, let's do that together.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.